Hello everyone and welcome to Day Trader S&P 500. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of January 2024. This is Dale Woodson, editor of Woodson Wave Report and the YouTube channel Day Trader S&P 500. As always, we want to get our YouTube subscribers caught up to what our paid monthly subscribers already have seen. Speaking of subscriptions, this is Bitcoin. We might as well do Bitcoin because it's in the news, and this is part of our video on demand subscription. If I can show that to you guys here, let me bring this over, and we'll go to subscriptions and video on demand. It's $55 a month. You can see we do Tesla, SMH, XBI, Bitcoin, and a lot of educational and trading videos also. Again, that's $55 a month. We update once a month. Anyway, here is the 5-wave advance from, again, the March 2020 pandemic low up into the November 2021 high. Nice increase there. But then you see what we got here was, by the way, this is a daily chart of Bitcoin. We got a perfect, almost perfect 786 retrace down here. Okay, just like Tesla did a 786 retrace, but people always ask, how can a certain stock within an index be in a bear market or a bull market when the index is in the opposite? Easy. Tesla did a 786 retrace. Did the NASDAQ or the S&P do a 786 retrace? No. So there's divergences. It's normal. Okay. Anyway, here's A down, B up. Here's where C equaled A. It got real close to that between there and the 786. This is Bitcoin. Okay, so that should be the end of that correction, if you will, or bear market down into the wave 2 low, which was here. Okay, and then we start up, and you can see we've got a 1 in parentheses, 2 in parentheses, 3 in parentheses, 4 in parentheses, 5 to make the larger wave 1 with a circle. Then we've got a 1 with a circle, 2 with a circle down, 3 with a circle up, 4 with a circle down, 5 with a circle to make the larger degree. That's 3 degrees of trend there. The larger degree wave 1. Okay, so if that's 1, the beginning of 1 should hold. So that low 15,479 should hold. It did. We got an ABC for a 2 down. Let me make this full page and make it easier. There we go. Let's put this in. If we had an ABC down, there was 2 down. So there's 1 up, there's 2 down. Here's the wave 3 targets. You can see them here. And let me make that a little bit bigger there. So the 1.1 relationship or ratio for wave 3 was 41.272. You can see we've gone above that, above the 1.272 extension. The 1.414 is at 48.029. And the 1.618 is at 51.353. Okay, so wave 3 has surpassed the 1-to-1. It surpassed the 1.272. It hit right on or right next to the 1.414, and the 1.618 is up there at 51,358. So that's what we're looking at in Bitcoin. Again, we update that every month at the end of the month. Only $55 a month. Okay. Let's move on. Let's get over to the US10Yr. I always like to touch base with that. Okay, let's get over there, and let's make this again full screen. You can see what's going on here. Okay, and there was that wave 1 up from the March 2020 low, wave 2 down. From there we've got a 1 in parentheses, 2 in parentheses, 3 in parentheses, 4 in parentheses, 5 in parentheses up to make the larger degree wave 1, as you can see it there. Okay, let me get this in perspective. Then we got an A down, a B up, and a C down, which hit between the 618 and the 786 retrace. Okay, so far, let me move these over a little bit. There we go. Let me fix this so that 786 is where it belongs. Let's move up both of them. There we go. Let's move all 3 of them. That's better. Okay, so there's the 2 down. Here's the 2 down targets. There's 2. Okay, there's the 786 below at 3.631. Where is this count wrong? It goes below this wave 2 low, the start of wave 3 up at 3.253. Okay, so that is the wave 2 retrace. We have triggers and targets, which are working really well, which we started doing for our newsletter subscribers a few months ago in place of the positions for rating services, because they don't exist anymore. Anyway, everybody's bullish forever. Okay, so that's the wave 2 low. There's where C equals A, and there is the low so far at 3.783 on the 27th of December. You can see we're starting up. Here's the A wave trigger, and I think I have those targets. I want to make sure you guys see all these retraces. Again, 786 below, and then there's the make or break, or where is it wrong. We should have targets up here, and we do. Okay, there's 1, 2. This is off a little bit, but let me move it over so it's where it needs to be. Okay, so in this, 1 with a circle up, 2 with a circle down, 3 equals 1 at 5.51%. Okay, there's the trigger for that. There's another trigger up here for that, and the longer term wave 1 up, 2 down. Longer term wave 3 sits there at 7.255%. So key levels, we got to get through this A wave low first, and then this wave 1 high. And then these targets come into play. Okay, let me move that over there so you guys get a good look. All right, we'll see if this level here holds at 3.783. If not, we'll look for the 3.631, which is the 786 retrace, and it's on and up. Either it goes a little bit lower. This move is done, or nearly so. That's a nice, huge retrace between a 618 and the 786 for the US 10-year in terms of yield. Okay, let's move on to the SPX cash. Okay, I'm going to make that full screen again. Okay, you can see from that October 2022 wave A low, we've got the WXY, where Y is an ending diagonal triangle with an A, B, C, D, E. You can see the 1228 high is 47.93 so far. You can see all those targets in between. It hit between the 1.382 and the 1.414. You can see these open gaps here. There's been a couple that were closed and another one created from that jump up from January 5th on Friday to Monday. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Repeating again, normally there's 3 gaps, a breakaway gap in wave 1, a continuation gap in wave 3, and an exhaustion gap in wave 5. Exhaustion meaning the end of the move. But this one didn't seem to have an end of the move until December 28th. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, we have a couple higher targets there for wave Y. That is the daily. Let's get out of that and get into the hourly. Okay, from that December 28th 47.93 high, we have a 1 down. You can see the 2 up. This is today so far, the 24th. You can see we're not quite 2 hours into the trading day, or we are 2 hours in, and wave 2 has hit the 786 retrace level almost perfectly. Again, whenever we do a trade or we do a wave count, we ask ourselves, first question is, where is this wrong? If it goes above this 47.93 high, that's where it's wrong. Okay, so that's what we have there. I think, do we want to get into the 10-minute on the S&P? Yeah, here we go with the 10-minute. Yeah, I wanted to show this angle of descent and then the wave 3 targets. Okay, again, let's make this full screen. All right, there's 1 down at that low on the 5th, and then there is 2 up, again, right on the 786. Again, this is live on Tuesday morning. So if that's 1 down and that's 2 up, 3 equals 1 at 45.69. The 1.272 is 46.29. The 1.414 is 46.13. And the 1.618 is 45.90. Okay, so if this count is correct, wave 3 should go at least below the wave 1 low, and it should hit a minimum 1-to-1 relationship at 1 at 46.59. Okay, that is, oh, and I wanted to talk about the angle of descent here too. Okay, so let's clone that if we can. Okay, we'll clone that, put it over here. If I can get that, that's very good. It's kind of hard to see all this, but we'll scrunch it up. Okay, so if this is an A, B, C correction and that's it, C should gain equality with A and it should get the same angle of descent. Okay, how do we know if it's a 1, 2, 3? If we get this almost vertical decline, okay, then it's 1 down, 2 up, and 3 down. Okay, so we have to watch that, and we showed that on the longer term on the S&P, going way back on the weekly. That's where we showed it back there. Okay, at fourth wave, and again, that's an ABC or a 1, 2, 3, depending on that angle of decline right there. Looking at the big longer term picture, that would be 1, 2, 3. Our primary count has this as an ABC, or C should equal A. Okay, we got a WXY up there for B. Okay, so that's it on the S&P. I want to get into the ES, and we have the daily here, E-mini futures. Okay, there's that wave A down, the W, X, and Y. Speaking of triggers and targets, our last upside trigger was way back here at 41.85. It produced over a 650 point gain up here to the 48.41 high so far. Okay, we have another trigger down here which needs to be activated. We got shorter term triggers I think we'll get into with the shorter term wave count, but that was quite profitable. We have a couple open gaps in futures, which is very rare because futures are open 23 hours a day, closed over the weekend obviously, so for gaps to remain open in futures is very rare. On the C wave down, it should close these gaps. Okay, you saw on the S&P cash there were a lot more open gaps, but again, futures gaps are rare, but there are two. Okay, let's get from the daily to the hourly, and we'll catch it from that December 27th. It was like overnight, so it's like 27th, 28th, depending on what time frame you look at, hourly, daily. Okay, so this is the hourly, and it hit on the 27th. If you look at the daily, it's the next day. But anyway, here's wave 1 down, 2 up, direct hit, 3 down, direct hit, 4 up, 5 down, direct hit. Okay, then we've got an A, B, C up. We're looking at, looks like it's developing as an ending diagonal triangle. You can see this end right here, okay, where 4 overlaps 1. So we'll see how that plays out, but we have a 786 retrace target at 4811.75, and we have a turn date of 110. We'll get into that. All these turns, 1, 2, January 5th, January 2nd, January 5th, January 10th, are all turn dates in a new Fibonacci turn date cycle, if you will, or a new chart. Okay, that's what we're looking at S&P on an hourly chart. Okay, I want to show you guys our report that we put out earlier this morning for our newsletter subscribers. Here is that morning report from today. Okay, and the headline is, we have an ending diagonal triangle forming right near the 786 retrace, which is 4811.75 to be exact, and right on our Fibonacci turn date of today. Okay, here's the key downside levels. I didn't talk about them. Need to see this get below this low right here, which is 47.6750, and the A wave high of 47.6025. Obviously, if this is 1 down and 2 up, final verification or validation that wave 3 is in play is a move below this 47.02, and we have that trigger sitting here at 47.27. Okay, so that's the picture. That's the high as of when this went to publication this morning. Okay, there's our wave 2 targets, as you can see. Again, where is it wrong? If it goes above 48.4150, that's where it's wrong. That's the make or break right there. MOB equals make or break. There's the appears to be tracing out ending diagonal triangle pattern. In terms of time, our Fibonacci turn date is 110 today. In terms of price, our Fibonacci 786 retrace is 48.1175. All right, and there's those two key dates. Two key prices I showed you guys up there in the chart: 47.6750, 47.6025. Up here, those are the first levels we want to see broken to the downside to confirm our wave count, to confirm an end of a change of trend. We need to see this, and this is just the first part. There's more. You need to see 5 waves down, which you have, 3 waves up to a lower high, which we have so far, and then that needs to be followed by 5 waves down to a lower low. I want to get to this this new Fibonacci turn dates that we have from that December 28th high. You can see 1-2, January 2nd, that was the wave 1 low. Okay, January 5th, that was a larger degree wave 1 low, and the next one is today. Will that mark the wave 2 high? If all goes according to plan, Fibonacci plan, it will. You can see those dates there. There's the high, there's the turn date, there's the next turn date, 1-2, 1-5, and 1-10. Okay, we'll see how that plays out. Let's leave you guys with this chart here. All right, it shows all the dates, the prices, and the wave counts. We'll see how this plays out today. We got CPI Thursday and PPI Friday. Like our monthly subscribers say, show us the wave count, we'll tell you the news. The news should follow the Fibonacci turn dates, which calls for a turn on the 10th. We'll see how it plays out, and till next time, take care, everyone.